Anne Frank once said, teachers are the most unpredictable creatures in the world, and in my opinion, she wasn't wrong. Today, in this episode, I am sitting with two of the most unpredictable teachers I know. We are going to ask them some interesting questions, hear their stories, and even play a rapid fire round to see how big they are. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this Kath Baath with Irfan sir and Muzaffar sir. So I don't know how, but I got the chance to ask you people some questions.
It's our pleasure you are asking us the question.
To start off with, sir, Irfan sir, there's a quote I read in a book. Education is not the answer to the question. Education is the means to answer all the questions.
Yes,
What is
definitely.
your opinion about it?
Definitely. Education means answer to all the questions. When we say what is actually the education, how will we define this term? It means when there is a change in the behavior of a person, that means he's getting educated at that time. Because when we just get into this field, first step that is we just try to learn the things. When we relate with our Islamic verdicts, we say the first thing that was given to the Prophet ﷺ, that was Iqra. So this is the thing. When you have to learn the things, that you have to just admit yourself in the field of education. So this education plays important role in the significance of human life, so that he can change his life in every respect, in every aspect, and it will help him to lead a good life. If there will be no education, now how will we differentiate that with the animals? What is the main difference between the human being and no animals? That is, we are getting trained, we are given education, so that there will be the change in the behavior of a person. Otherwise, we can't. There is no incorrect in saying that a human is a social animal. Why we are social animal? That means we are being trained. We have been educated. We are given education, so that there will be a behavior in the change.
So, how do you feel about the role of technology in education?
Most important role technology has placed in the field of education. The first thing I would like to suggest, that is online courses, and there is digital tools you are using this time, and you will go past before 10 years, you cannot find any digital tool over there. You have just feel that during the COVID situation how this digital technology has helped you.
Yes.
So if such things will not take place, you just imagine what will be the condition of the education.
So, Muzaffar sir, a question popped in my mind. If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
So there might be plenty of advices. If I consider myself back to my young age, then I will consider that there are plenty of advices that I will give if I will be given an opportunity to go back to my young age. But among all those advices, the two advices that I want to be have with me throughout my young age. One is consistency, being consistent towards your work, being consistent towards the goal that you want to achieve in life. But with that, you have to be very careful that you need not to get in a sort of stress that will be forced to you by different external conditions. Because these two important factors, these two important things, consistency and the stress, they are very much interlinked with one another. That's what I have realized. Suppose you are having any, you are at your young age. Suppose I'm at my young age, and I'm just consistently preparing for my whatever I was having having goal in my mind. I'm constantly preparing for that. Continuously, I'm doing a preparation so that I can reach to that goal. But all of a sudden, some conditions prevail, and those conditions, even at my young age, I try to solve them. I try to get those problems solved as early as possible. But what actually I would have feel that time, that those problems were never actually they were never of my business. They were not meant for me. But I have just, because they were in my surroundings, they were in my somewhere in my vicinity, somewhere in my colleagues, they were facing that. But I got just stuck to them. I got just I just got involved in them. I haven't been able to get those problems solved. How will it affect me? It will take me to the condition to the stage of where I will felt myself in a sort of stress. What will happen after that? This stress that will affect my what is my prime goal. That is being consistent towards my work, being consistent to achieve what I'm willing to achieve. So, two advices that I want to give to my younger self, if I would have get an opportunity, that is not now the possible, but the youngsters who are listening to me, so my advice to them, I would have given the same advice to myself at my younger age, that be consistent towards your goal and never get stressed by any problem that you face during that period of time.
Okay, well, my friend has said very well, but I will add something to it. So my advice will be, if I will be in this position, my advice will be embrace curiosity. That will be the key for your success. When you will embrace the curiosity, that means it will increase your creativity, your mindset. You will be able to ask the questions, and once you are able to ask the questions, automatically it will affect your life, and you will just move towards your goal. That will help you to set the goal.
Irfan sir, this question is in my mind for a very long time. How has teaching changed over the years since you started?
Well, the teaching has changed over the years. When I started, and same things happened again, as we are in the digital era this time. And when we started, that was not the era of the digitalization. Now, in this digital era, you have AI, artificial intelligence. You can just go beyond the limits. You can understand that very well. And you are just framing all the things with the help of the digitalization. Your assessments are all digitalized. Your reports are all, your grading is also digitalized. And there is a lot of change that is taking place nowadays. And you can just learn in any corner of the world wherever you are. It's only possible because of the digitalization. So this is the main reason. When we compare it with the late 1990 or between 2000, and this digitalization was nowhere. And lot of students have suffered at that time, and in this era you have all the ways open. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can just search, within no seconds you can get information from any sources. You have digital resources over here. You have massive online courses over here. So there's a lot of difference, and if we will relate it with the past, how you can say at that time these things were not possible. Maybe there, and during the 90s or the 2000, I don't say that intellectuals were not at that time. That times also when intellectual personalities were there, because there was lack of this feasibilities over there, and just they had to kill their aims.
So actually, what Irfan sir has, I want to add a bit in it, though he has just cleared each and everything regarding what is the role of technology in education. I will just take you to my period when I was in class schooling, when I was dealing with schooling classes. Before that time, we were not having that much of technology available. The technology that we are having right now available, we were lacking this part of education. What happens, what I have personally realized at that time, that even for there were hundreds of students, they were just dependent on a single teacher. Hundreds of students were dependent on whosoever is in the vicinity, large vicinity, whosoever was the teacher available there, all were dependent on him. And sometimes during my time, I'll talk to myself, during my time, we have to travel miles towards
Definitely.
the teacher just to clear a small concept. But now when there is the technology available, what do you think? Do you think that we do have to travel the same distance just to clear simple concepts?
No, it's
When it is
on our
already,
hands.
even we need not take out the step out of our door.
Well, it's in your hands.
It is
our
in
hands.
your hands, in your room. You can have that time, during our time, it was 100 students plus to one teacher. But in my opinion, it is now one student to 100 teachers. One student is having hundreds of teachers available, both in online mode and in offline mode. That is what education, technology plays a vital role in shaping the today's
Educational system completely.
Education system completely.
So, do you like traveling, sir?
I think most of
He's the best
it's
traveler.
not. Yeah, it's not. It's if it is traveling, and one more thing, trekking. They having difference. Traveling sometimes I use travel by chance. But whenever I have to do sort of trekking somewhere, for that I have to travel. So in that sense, I like traveling.
Usually ready for the tracking, my
Yes.
friend.
So, what do you think is the most underrated skill students should learn?
The most underrated skill that students should learn, again, as I have just answered in my first question, it is consistency. See, consistency is one of the skill that should be there with each and every student. If they are lagging that, then definitely they will have to face a lot of hardships to just reach to here where they want to be after few years.
So
See, talent and intelligence, other skills that a person should have, they all matters. But without consistency, progress fades away.
well, if I will say, there's a little bit contradiction between this. I believe in consistency, that is the second priority is consistency, but first thing is that you should be having good listening skill.
Exactly.
When you have a
should be
good
there as well.
listening skill, you will be able to understand the things, you will be able to understand the concepts. Then second priority will be the consistency. So these will go on and on.
So, next question, I find it a bit disputing, but I want the answer from both of you.
Yeah.
What is one thing you wish parents understood about teaching?
Okay. So let me say
Let
first.
me.
Okay.
Okay, you can continue, please.
There are different aspects parents think about the teacher. The one of the aspect is that teacher is meant for just delivering the lectures. He has to deliver the lecture and he has to just take care of the students in the classroom, whether they are just giving concentration to the topic or not. Second aspect will be a teacher. If a parent will think that a teacher is molding his child during the journey of his life, he is just taking care of his struggle, his growth, his overall development, then there will be a smooth way of interrelationship between the parent and the teacher.
I do had the same thought on it.
But the thing is that there is some hurdle in between this. There is not complete cooperation with the parent and the teacher. They have to understand this teacher, he is molding our child or our what in that manner he's just sacrificing his life for my child. How he is or she is going to blame a teacher? Well, my son has not done this. What were you doing in the class? He never thinks at that time this child who has been admitted here in the nursery class, he was not knowing how to spell A. Now, where is their journey? Who has just started their journey for his
Yes.
child?
I totally agree with it, sir. What's your opinion?
So I think Irfan sir, the way he just answered the question, there it doesn't need to get a bit elaborated, but still I want to add a few things here. Parents need to, whenever we say that what sort of advice parents should have there regarding teaching. Parents, what they should keep in mind that teachers are taking care of their students the same way they used to care about the family. And one more thing that parents need to see, that teachers, they should consider teachers as partners rather than service providers, because there is a difference between being partner and being a service provider. How will it help? It will just develop a mutual understanding, respect and cooperation between teachers and parents. That will allow us to work together to just build to the students' future, just help him in growing, just help him in studies. That's only possible when there will be mutual understanding between
Yes.
teachers and parents.
How will you
So-
define a teacher over here? First, the thing is, who is a teacher?
Yeah.
Sir,
Teacher is a person who has esteem and dedication towards his subject.
Teacher needs
But
to be there by passion. It's not only about profession. There should be a sort of passion in it.
it
It
should
should
be
be
your
driven by passion.
choice. Let it be.
Yes, exactly.
You
It should be the
have
choice.
passion
It should be
towards
by
your
chance.
subject. You should have empathy towards your student.
Exactly.
Now, when we say what is the empathy with your student, then you have to understand the feeling of your student also. That is a good teacher. That's why on the both sides, both educator as well as the student, they should be a good listener. I have to listen my student. The student also have to listen my word. So my lessons, my chapters, my whatever I am teaching, until or unless the concepts will not be cleared, it will just create a havoc in their mind.
So you have been integrated with RP school for a very long time. What advice would you give to the students who want to become educators?
Okay. My first priority will be, if you want to be an educator, then you should be enthusiasm towards your subject. You should have complete knowledge about your subject which you are going to teach the students, because wholly and solely it depends upon you. When you are delivering the lecture in the class, that means your wrong way of teaching will reflect the whole students. It's not you, it's the whole school. If there are 1500 students or 2000 students studying in the school and you are delivering the lecture, if you do not have such knowledge, that means you are just doing injustice with your subject. You should have knowledge with the subject, you should have sympathy, empathy with your students, and you should take care of the students. Why he is not listening you? Where is the problem? Emotional intelligence, you have to check that. That's most important factor. But many of the teachers are lacking that. What is the emotional intelligence? We have to see, as a teacher, I have to see the emotions. Why there is disturbance in your mind? What is going on?
So what's your opinion about this question?
Yes. As far as the advice to my students who want to be educators in future, first of all, they should know that being an educator is not everyone's cup of tea. What I have realized till now. But for those who strive for it, they will definitely get an opportunity to be a good educator. So as far as whosoever wants to be a good educator, they need to remember one thing. Teachers are those whom God has put the trust on, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because and as we know that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he quotes one of the hadith where he said that the best among you are those who learn and teach Quran. Quran in sense is the knowledge. Simple.
So were you a teacher by chance or by choice?
Alhamdulillah,
We are by choice,
I am doing
not by
it
chance.
since when I was a student.
That's
The
why
first
RP
time-
school is
the-
bearing
the-
us for the last
the-
10 years.
Exactly. The first time I started teaching, I was in class second year, I think. That time I teach my brother. He was in class 11th. I teach him mathematics. So since then, the interest just increased, and then by choice, alhamdulillah, I thought, no, this is meant for me and I have to be here.
So let's make it more spicier.
Okay.
Welcome to the rapid round. We will be asking you questions and you have to answer them as quickly as possible. So Irfan sir, we will start from
Okay.
you. Favorite book of all time?
It's Untouchability by Mulk Rajanand.
Chalkboard or whiteboard?
It's whiteboard.
Over chalkboard.
No, it's whiteboard.
If not a teacher, what would you be?
Private tutor. I would love to teach the students.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I will just work for the humanity.
You are working, sir. What's your guilty pleasure?
That I'm not doing that much which I have to do. If God have created me, it's for some purpose, but still I'm not getting that purpose.
Early bird or night owl?
Early word.
One word students use to describe you.
Harsh.
But I believe Shakespeare of biology. Best compliment you have ever received?
A great teacher from my
Oh.
friends.
Thank you, sir. Muzaffar sir, are you ready?
Yes.
Most used phrase in class?
Hey, hero.
Dream vacation spot.
I think it's not outside Kashmir, it's inside. In Kashmir, I want to spend my vacations on all alpine lakes of Kashmir.
Favorite subject beside the one you teach.
It will be geography.
One thing that is always in your bag.
I think books,
Which book?
particularly most probably mathematics.
Most memorable student moment.
It's when one of the students in the past in the same school, I don't remember his name, but it was my second class, I think. I was here. He just was outside of the class and he just thrashed the door. I just got a bit threatened there. But then, that time I find that he is a bit rude. But once I just have a talk with him, I find him one of the most sober person in the class.
One word to describe your teaching style.
I think I'm a bit friendly.
Pencil or pen, which one will you pick?
Pencil always.
So the last one, backbencher or front bencher?
This is a bit contradictory. I will choose backbencher.
Okay. So it was awesome.
Thank you.
The
it's our
classes may
pleasure
be over,
that
but
you
the
have given us such
lessons
platform to say something, and we are thankful to all of you who are here,
Exactly.
especially Principal Sir
They have put
and
the trust on us.
Mujib Sir
That
and
is what
Shakil Sir over here.
That means a lot. For
That
us.
it's a great thing
Very
that you have
thankful.
just made such platform, and we are just
Sir.
For sharing your experiences and insights with us, which will help us in our life. And when that is
Sir, a token of appreciation from the management, sir. A token of appreciation.